Is 2026 the year Bitcoin hits a legendary new all-time high? Or are we staring down a massive market correction? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to tokns.fi. Today we are diving deep into the charts and the fundamentals to tackle the ultimate question. Where is the Bitcoin price heading in 2026? We're going to analyze the halving cycles, institutional adoption, and how the broader TX ecosystem is influencing the digital asset landscape. With the current market trends of 2026, we're combining on-chain data with the insights you find over at coherencedaddy.com to give you a professional edge. The post-halving cycle analysis. Historically, Bitcoin follows a 4-year cycle. Since we are now in 2026, we are in the critical window following the last halving. Typically, the year following a halving is where we see the most explosive growth, but the patterns are shifting. Are we seeing a diminishing returns effect, or is the institutional floor raising the baseline price? If the trend holds, 2026 could be the peak of this cycle, pushing Bitcoin into uncharted price territory. Institutional adoption and DeFi integration. It's not just about speculation anymore. The integration of Bitcoin into DeFi protocols is changing the game. We are seeing massive capital inflows from ETFs and corporate treasuries that didn't exist in previous cycles. This creates a supply shock. When the biggest players in the world hold, the available float drops, driving the price up. Check out tokens.fi to see how these institutional movements are impacting the wider altcoin market. The TX ecosystem and blockchain synergy. Bitcoin doesn't exist in a vacuum. The growth of the TX ecosystem is providing new layers of utility for blockchain assets. As the TX ecosystem expands, we're seeing better interoperability between store-of-value assets like Bitcoin and functional utility tokens. This synergy attracts developers and tech enthusiasts, moving Bitcoin from a digital gold to a foundational layer for global finance. The more the infrastructure grows, the more legitimate the 2026 price prediction becomes. The bear case, potential for correction. But we have to be real. What if 2026 is the year of the correction? Over-leverage in the markets and potential regulatory crackdowns could trigger a sharp decline. If we hit a psychological ceiling and the smart money begins to exit, we could see a 30 to 50% drawdown. Diversification is key. That's why understanding the full spectrum of the market is vital for any serious investor. The cycle suggests 2026 could be a peak, but institutional DeFi adoption is changing the rules. The TX ecosystem is adding critical utility that supports long-term value. Whether we see a final peak or a correction, the fundamental strength of Bitcoin in 2026 has never been higher. If you want to stay ahead of the curve in 2026, hit that subscribe button and join the tokens.fi community. Smash the like button if you think Bitcoin is going to the moon. Drop your own price prediction for 2026 in the comments below. I want to see who gets it right.